Hey guys, Moot from All Computers Go. So today I was on my way over to a local business here in Chester with an assistant, and on the way over there was a lot of traffic, and I was actually going to hand him a copy of this book that we just came out that I co-wrote, and I was like, you know what? Let me just read a little bit while I'm there. Now I only wrote the first chapter in the book, so honestly, I didn't read the other chapters yet. So today I was like, let me just read one. And so the first chapter I opened to was this one called "Developing a Layered Security Approach" by Jason Penka. So I thought it was such a good chapter that I wanted to read it to you. It doesn't take long; it's only a few pages. So let's go ahead and start. So, developing a layered security approach by Jason Penka. Now, I personally know Jason Penka. He's a friend, and he's based out of Kansas. So, and it reads, I've been working in the technology information industry for 20 years. During that time, I have seen a dramatic change in how businesses secure their data and information. At the turn of the century, business data was protected on massive servers and housed in your office or in an office close by. Companies built dedicated server rooms and controlled access to the data from within the network. As the internet evolved, data became more distributed. Businesses started to allow employees to access the data from home while on vacation or working in a remote office. Information now resides in the cloud and can be accessed by anyone, anywhere, and anytime. This includes cyber criminals. I started my company to help businesses and individual business owners protect their data, personal information, and their clients' private information. My current company, Tech Junkies, has been working with clients for the past 12 years to help businesses manage their IT infrastructure. The past several years have seen a shift from supporting hardware, servers, workstations, and on-site backup to protecting our clients' data and providing them with business continuity in the event that they have a breach or experience any data loss. We started in a similar fashion to many other IT companies by supporting small offices and individual users. Then, over the years, as word got out about our services, we started attracting larger and larger clients. Today, we service a wide range of clients sizes from single individual all the way up to 1,000 employee business. We focus the majority of our efforts on working with compliance-driven industries such as medical offices, hospitals, medical support vendors, financial institutions, banks, and government agencies. Over the years, we have found that the same levels of security needed for the large compliance-driven industries still need to be in place for smaller companies. Small businesses and the employees that run them are a huge target for cyber criminals. They are considered the low-hanging fruit of the cyber criminal world. Several years ago, we started getting calls from small businesses and individual business owners that had been hit with ransomware, major viruses, and malicious software that was rendering their businesses inoperable. These events were destroying businesses and lives. I'd like to share a real-life example with you. We were contacted by a local insurance company located in central Kansas that employed over 40 people in their offices. The company was going through another growth period and was looking at adding more employees to their current office and also opening a second office about an hour away. They requested that my company come in and assess their current infrastructure, future needs, and provide a quote for mediation. We started this process like hundreds before and began performing a deep network and security audit. We installed software on their network, workstations, and server to pull data and find any issues that might be lurking. We compiled the report and sat down with the senior leadership to discuss our findings and provide a solution. Here's what we found. They were using several different IT companies to support their network. Specifically, they had a remote-only IT company based in Florida to support the 4 servers in their main office. This Florida firm was responsible for keeping the servers up and running to avoid any downtime for the employees. They did this by providing support remotely. When they needed a physical person on site, they hired a local company. This local company was responsible for the backup of the data on these servers. They installed their own hardware appliance in the server room to do so. This device performed the backups of the server and sent the data to an offsite data center. However, the owners of the company did not know where that data center was located. According to their contract, the backups were checked every day and the email was sent to their server support company in Florida. For their network, they hired a local internet service provider to handle the physical network equipment and management of the firewall. The local ISP had the best of intentions, but they were not equipped to handle a client of this size. Their local firewall was simply an off-the-shelf router they purchased at Best Buy. Their network equipment consisted of what we call in the industry unmanaged switches, or quote-unquote dumb switches. Basically, it just means that you plug in the network cables and distribute the internet, similar to how a power strip is plugged in and distributes power. Since they had a large client service area, most of the employees had laptops they used at work and took home at the end of the day. These laptops were supported by a single person inside the company who was also the company's CFO. This is what we call a slash position, and we see this a lot in IT. When a company grows quickly and needs someone to be in charge of IT, they just add the role to an existing member of the staff. This is what happened to the CFO. He was in charge of buying equipment, finding vendors, and supporting their local users when they had questions. He was thrown into this position with little to no training. We found that their servers were being patched, updated properly, but their backup system was not functioning properly 100% of the time. Their network equipment and firewall, the off-the-shelf router from Best Buy, was shockingly inadequate for their security needs. And their local workstations had zero protection against any major viruses. To be fair, they had installed Norton antivirus on the computers, but this is not considered a business-class antivirus software. After describing the issues that we found, we discussed our fee for remediation and ongoing support. This was dramatically higher than what they were paying currently. We explained that this was due to the fact that they had not been properly funding their IT needs for the last 7 years that they were in business. We expressed our understanding that this can be a shock to the system, but it is what was truly needed at this point in their company. They decided to think about it and get back to us. We scheduled a follow-up for a week later and left the meeting. 2 months went by. Then we get a call. They were hit with a ransomware attack. All of their company laptops and servers were encrypted, and the hackers were asking for a ransom. The hackers were demanding $50,000 in Bitcoin. We asked about their backups. We were told that their local backups were affected by the ransomware. This also spread to their offsite backups. Because their system was just put together by the company that was supporting it and not designed or hardened against this type of account. This was something we had discussed in their meeting. The kicker on this was that their employees did a lot of work at home and in-home offices. Many of them, especially the senior staff, had a full workstation at home that was separate from their company laptop. They stored a large number of important files at home on these home computers. However, because their company laptops were on the same network as their home computers, the virus had spread itself to their home computers as well before being deployed. As a result, many employees even had their personal family computers locked by the ransomware. They were basically dead in the water at this point. The only step from here was to pay the ransom. We offered to help them with the process, but their CFO was up to speed enough with Bitcoin that he opted to handle the transaction. They paid the ransom to the cyber criminals and received the decryption code. They entered the decryption code on the first server. Nothing. It didn't work. They tried several other servers, workstations, and laptops, and it still didn't work. At this point, they were out $50,000, lost all the company data, and the majority of employees lost their personal files, photos, and videos on their home computers. Within 3 months, the company was bankrupt and closed for business. Jason goes on to say, I tell this story not to highlight a company that did everything wrong, or to blame the company, the owners, or the IT vendors. This happened because they were not taking an ongoing layered approach to their IT and cybersecurity needs. The old saying goes, you can only eat an elephant one bite at a time. Now this company was in a critical situation when they came to us. They needed to eat that entire elephant all at once, and we were more than capable of helping. But they didn't realize how far behind they were, and that catching up was going to be more like ripping a Band-Aid off. You can't let this happen to your business. It is a matter of when, not if, your business will experience a cyber attack. This can come in the form of a malicious email, ransomware, direct attack, or social engineering. The methods to attack your business are many and varied. You have to be prepared to volley these attacks or avoid them altogether. The best method to approach this is by having a layered security approach to your cybersecurity and IT infrastructure plan. This allows you to focus on what is important right now and plan for additional protection in the future so you can scale your IT needs properly to match emerging threats. The biggest benefit to a layered approach is that you aren't relying on just a single point of failure to protect your business. In the following section, he goes on to explain the 7 different layers of in the security approach. And I'll just go over them briefly. Perimeter protection, edge, unified threat management, 3, endpoint, next generation antivirus and web filtering, 4, business continuity, number 5, internal considerations, which includes multi-factor authentication and password management, user training, and network monitoring. Number 6, fighting back, cybersecurity intelligence. Number 7, cyber liability insurance. So this is Jason. This is a picture of Jason Penka, based out of Kansas. I want to thank you, Jason, for this wonderful chapter. I'm looking forward to reading more of these chapters now that I've gotten a final taste of it. I hope you enjoy this. Feel free to comment below, and stay safe. Thank you.